From the Emmaus High School Gymnasium in Emmaus, RCN Sports presents Lehigh Valley Conference High School basketball action. Tonight, it's the Canaries of Allen High School. They come in with a record of 1-1. They'll take on the Green Hornets of Emmaus. They come in 1-2 on the young season. Good evening and welcome, everyone. I'm Chris Michael along with John Leone. Glad you could join us for Game 2 of our high school basketball doubleheader on RCN Sports this evening. John, both Emmaus and Allen, very good seasons a year ago. Both lost a lot of talent from a year ago, but both Steve Yoder and Doug Schneider feels that this team, their respective teams, can do some damage this year.
There's no question about it, Chris. A lot of the talk in the preseason in the Lehigh Valley Conference has centered around the talent that Central Catholic has. Of course, Liberty, Freedom, Easton's always in the conversation. But these are two teams kind of flying under the radar. But in talking to both coaches before the game, especially Steve Yoder, he really likes this group, this young kid. They're self-starters. He's very confident in what they can do. That Steve likes about this squad, they're great kids. A lot of times you talk to coaches and they'll run down the litany of statistics. He was running down their class ranks. These kids are smart, they're motivated. In this day and age, when immediate gratification is the norm, these kids waited patiently behind a very talented Emmaus team last year. They paid their dues. It's their turn this year, and Steve Yoder's got high hopes for them. These are spot on.
And a quick score as Allen wins the tip. Tyler Rockmore takes it in and lays it up and in for two.
Right away, Allen goes to their full court press. So as you suggested, Emmaus is going to be tested early on in their ability to handle the pressure from Allen.
Feiertag now handling the basketball. And a team high 13 points against Stroudsburg, including 9 from the free throw line. Last year he averaged 2 half a ball game. And driving inside and scoring is Nate Feiertag as Emmaus answers right back.
Yeah, Feiertag coming off a big game the last time out. I think he had 13, 15 points, but he's coming off a monster game.
From the corner pocket, J.J. Davis misses his first 3 attempt. He was 2 for 9 from three-point range before that one.
Strong rebound that time by Feiertag.
Arnett thought about the 3. Now Rockmore steps across the line, rattles out. That's his first miss in 3 attempts.
Ball was halfway down, but that's what we're talking.
He's very worried about. As soon as he crosses midcourt, we have to know where he is because of his passing ability and his shooting ability. Starts the pass that time. Feiertag down the lane, the block and the foul coming over, and Richard Fletcher in the area.
Really impressed with Emmaus' offensive movement, Chris. They moved the ball very well in that whole possession. I think they used the dribble just one time, and that was to get to the rim by Feiertag. Very good offensive execution by Emmaus.
Fouls on Jennings, his first, team's second.
And even though statistically the rebounds are even, Emmaus is doing most of their damage on the offensive end. And it's resulted in a couple of extra opportunities, and it's keeping them in this game.
Omar Harrington back in for Allen. 29 points, including 5. Emmaus with 1 of their own. And after 1, Allen leads by 2.
The difference in the game
was a quarter of runs. Allen had a 6-0 run to jump out to a 6-point lead. Emmaus scored 5 in a row. Allen with 6 more in a row. This is Ham Smith missing the 3. Smith, a 5'10 junior. He's averaging 2.5. Driving is Harrington. Little floater, no good. Good position inside by Feiertag.
Feiertag with a big-time rebound. And here comes Steve Yoder was telling us is he's kind of playing like a murderer's row right now. His early schedule is as tough as it comes. He thinks they'll get better as time goes on.
Both teams with really tough opening schedules. Emmaus has Central Catholic next week. Allen playing their 3rd straight road game. And after they play host to Central Catholic on Tuesday night, we'll have that game as the LVC beat Allen in districts by 12 and then lost to Parkland. And then that game at the end of the year to Easton, a consolation game. For Feiertag, his 2nd field goal. He's now 2 of 5 from the floor. And Emmaus needs him to get going offensively.
Came in averaging about 13 a game and made some big plays, and all of a sudden, Chris,
Hornets with just 1 3 so far. They shot 25% beyond the arc, but they miss another one. The follow up and in by Nate Feiertag, his 3rd field goal.
Another offensive rebound, and Feiertag is catching fire here.
The team leader with 25 points coming in. Pull-up jumper is good. As Allen answers right back, Zay Jennings with his second bucket. A steal by Fletcher. Trying to run the break. Ball batted around by Barnett. Recovers. Flips it over to Harrington for two. Harrington first in double figures.
Great sharing of the basketball by Allen. Go back to your key, Chris. Develop chemistry. Doug Snyder is going to be very pleased when he sees the film of this first half.
In tight to the basket. Turnaround shot. No good, but Feiertag cleans up his own miss. He's now 4 of 8 from the floor, hitting 3 of his last 4 shots. He got on a hot streak later in that first half. Had 10 at the end of the first half of play.
Yeah, Allen really shared the basketball well. Everybody got into the act, and the highlights will certainly demonstrate that as well.
First half numbers brought to you by Walters Pharmacy, and now here are those highlights.
Boy, tag down the stretch, Chris. 10 first half points. He was their leading scorer last game, and he came alive later on in that first half.
Allen with the basketball to start the second half, leading by 11. Tyler Rockmore running the offense. J.J. Davis. R.J. Fletcher also on the floor. Up top to Omar Harrington. A long 3. And one of their few misses from beyond the arc.
Good defense by Feiertag. He got a hand in the face of the shooter. And see if Allen doesn't cool off just a bit.
Isaiah Palmer, the 5th starter, out on the floor to start the second half for the Canaries. Emmaus with Nicolini, Tanis, Shankweiler, Brindar, and Feiertag, who scores the deuce.
Strong player, went right up into the face of Fletcher that time and finished.
5 for 9 from the floor in the first half. Gets his first field goal attempt here in the second half. Fletcher pounds it on the floor once around Nicolini. Tough angle. And the rebound pulled down by Tanis.
Nice interior defense by Nicolini.
He is 0 for 6 tonight beyond the arc. The follow by Feiertag, no good. Gets his own miss. Gets it again.
How about this kid? Wow.
Out in the act.
Oh. What he's showing me right now is great timing, great strength, great leaping ability. Look at him against the big guys. A great job by Nate Feiertag.
Timeout called by Allen. 6 minutes, 49 seconds left here in the third quarter.
That's just an example of one player wanting it a little bit more on that possession. Doug does his own little bit of nursing here with this program. He really is a stabilizing force for so many of the kids who come through his program. I tell you what, they are putting on a clinic so far tonight.
Feiertag 70% from the free throw line for the season. Should I say it? He's perfect tonight.
Yeah, you know what? This kid, it's not going to bother him. I can tell looking at him. This kid is mentally tough.
There he goes. He stays perfect.
You can either shoot or you can't.
He now has 14 tonight. That leads all scorers.
Interesting adjustment here by Steve Yoder. They go to his zone, Chris. A little risky because of the way Allen is shooting the basketball.
Inside the arc, jump shot is up and good by Richard Fletcher, testing his range.
But you got to give it a try if you're Steve Yoder, because the team shoots 71%. You got to change it up. You got to try something else.
Well, the percentages are they're going to be missing more shots in the second half, you would think. Feiertag now puts it on the floor. Nice little bounce pass. The finish no good. Follow and fouled in the act. And heading to the line is Joe Nicolini.
The point where I really couldn't tell if they were playing zone or man. They never sent their cutter through, so we couldn't determine if the defender was going to follow him or not. And the result was a poor shot.
Derek Tanis with the basketball. Feiertag driving in traffic. And was hacked on the way up. Well, Derek Tanis, even if he's struggling scoring, he still does a lot of things well, like defense, rebounds, and setting up the drive that time for Feiertag.
He really does, Chris. And Feiertag right now is more or less imposing his will on this basketball game.
Dexter picking up his first foul. Team's third of the half. Emmaus has not picked up a foul so far.
Only a junior. Feiertag 6'4", kind of a swing player. But he's such a difficult matchup, Chris, because he can score facing the basket. He can shoot. He can put it on the floor and beat you off the bounce, and he's really, really tough in the post area.
He learns perfect from the stripe, and he brings Emmaus back within 6.
And I scored a lot tonight.
tough defense by Barnett on Tanis all night long, but they go inside and get the deuce. He is Feiertag now with 18 points.
He is an old-fashioned player, Chris. We talked about him in the post. We talked about his versatility. He can hurt you so many different ways.
Pass shot was blocked. I think it was Feiertag who blocked Davis's shot. And Emmaus will have the basketball.
Feiertag is all over the floor, never gives up on the play. Watch this. It was Nate Feiertag.
Feiertag into the front court. From the corner. Three-pointer is good. First three-pointer in the second half for Dan Bridjar. And Emmaus is back within one.
Big bucket right there. It's a one-point game. And boy, I'll tell you what, Bridjar had it all the way. But watch the setup again by Feiertag. Great off the dribble. He penetrates, draws the defense, and all Bridjar has to do is spot up and knock it down.
His fourth three of the year. Jennings with the basketball for Allen, protecting a one-point lead. Fletcher kicks it out. And now they'll reset. Marcel Cooper is checked in for Allen.
Very good defense by Emmaus here in the second half, Chris.
An open look for Barnett. Feiertag the rebound.
Guess who? Watch him lead the break.
Tanis, nice no-look pass to a cutting Nicolini as the Hornets retake the lead since early in the ball game.
Boy, and all of a sudden, how about this third quarter by Emmaus?
Fletcher with a dribble drive move, followed by Fletcher, and he is fouled and will head to the line for a chance to tie or take the lead.
Great hustle by R.J. Fletcher. He came in with a little bit of a knee issue, but watch the transition. Feiertag to Thanos to Nicolini, and I'm telling you, that's great basketball. Steve Yoder really excited. That play even brought him off the bench.
Pace the Hornets, but after three, Allen still leads by one. Barnett, good quick first step. Shot was blocked, though, by Feiertag. Scramble for the loose ball. Jump ball is called, and Emmaus has it on the possession arrow.
Feiertag does just a little bit of everything. Watch Nate Feiertag right here from the weak side. Just goes straight up in the air with two hands and deflects it. What an athlete. He's a deceptive athlete, Chris.
You know, we may have to break the rules tonight and give it to Feiertag, even if Emmaus loses this game. I can't think of a better individual performer tonight.
Well, I mean, there's so many guys from Emmaus shooting the ball well. You know, I'm thinking Omar Harrington has hit some big shots, but we got a long way to go here.
There's Shankweiler with a basketball. Tanis, who's now 1 for 10 from the floor, gets it back.
And the one little dark cloud for Steve Yoder is that Derek Thanos has not had a good night offensively.
Rockmore with a steal on the break. A lay-in blocked by Feiertag. That's at least his third block tonight.
Yeah, he's just filling up the stat sheet. I mean, he's just a terrific athlete, Chris. He's got great spring. He's fast. He's done just about everything there is to do.
He came in with 4 blocks through the first 3 games. Early in the season, that is definitely going to bode well for Allen's chances this year.
You talked about them developing chemistry, and you know, one way to do that is to face adversity and handle it. Now again, we still have 5.5 minutes left. To Steve Yoder's credit, everything he said about his young team is absolutely true. I mean, Nate Feiertag is a force, and he's only a junior. And the
outlet up ahead to Barnett. Layup is good.
One of the few breakaway opportunities. They've done a nice job, has Emmaus, in preventing that kind of run out by Allen. But that time, long shot, long rebound.
And Feiertag came within a whisker of another block. He was down there at the other end.
Feiertag
for 3.
Ha! Wow!
He has 21 points tonight.
Nate, go buy a lottery ticket. I'm telling you. Did I buy my program from him tonight? I thought I saw him at the concession stand selling hot dogs. What hasn't he done?
5 seconds. Fletcher heads to the bench, replaced by Marcel Cooper. Cooper playing in his first varsity game. Playing with 3 and change left here in the 4th quarter of a close contest.
Great pass. Great
pass.
Bridjar
for 3. Feiertag with a putback. I'll tell you what,
just doing it all right now. That was a great skip pass. Nicolini had a great look at it, couldn't get it to go down. I'm sorry, that was Brinjar who had a great look at it, but Feiertag bailed him out with the offensive rebound.
Nice crossover move. Harrington missed the jump shot. Emmaus had a good position inside. Feiertag brings it up. Down the chute he goes. And heads back to the line.
Just really forces the action, Chris. We've seen him do so many different things for this basketball team. Watch the hesitation dribble right here. And he gets by Isaiah Palmer and gets himself to the foul line.
Nate Feiertag, just a junior. Came in averaging 13.7. He now has 24. He's perfect from the free throw line. Has at least 3 blocks. I would guess he's closing in on a double-double.
Because we had Emmaus at least once in the football. Did he play football? I mean, looks like he could. I don't recall him, but what a terrific athlete. Tied.
Feiertag with 25 points. Joe Nicolini with 15. Dan Brindar with
Vision of Shankweiler. They don't want him to have an easy look full court.
There's the half-court heave by Feiertag off the rim. No good. Boy, he was doing just about everything tonight. You had a feeling that at least had a chance. And instead, we're going overtime. But he threw it right back to one of the Hornets.
Now, Brinjar did a nice job of anticipating where that pass would go.
Allen has to foul.
Yeah, they're going to foul now, Chris, with 40 seconds left. They're going to force Emmaus to make free throws.
That's the 4th foul on Isaiah Palmer. And it sends Feiertag once again to the free throw line. Looking for his 26th point. And a chance to make it a 2-possession game. He goes.
What a game by this young man. And he's been supported by a terrific cast of characters. Shankweiler and Tanos. Nicolini. They've all contributed.
3 seconds. Barnett hoists it up with 2 seconds left. Barnett wanted a foul, but the whistles are silent, and that will do it.
Amazing basketball game. Wow.
Allen led nearly the entire way. Emmaus led briefly early in the game. They retook the lead midway through the 4th quarter, and then they win it when it's most important at the end, 71-68.
What a terrific basketball game, and two teams really giving it their all, Chris, and neither one of these teams has anything to be ashamed of. There you see a happy crowd of Emmaus high school students.
Casey buried 2 key threes. Brindar with the basket that sent it into overtime, and of course an outstanding performance by Nate Feiertag and Joe Nicolini, who scored 27 and 18 points respectively. Our Faulkner Cadillac player of the game is the guy who sold hot dogs to John Leone before the game, Nate Feiertag. Those 27 points and a whole host of things he did well tonight.
I swear he did. There he knocks down a three-pointer, but we saw him posting up. There you see him on the defensive end blocking that shot. He really set a tone, Chris. It looked as if Allen was going to run away and hide, and the way Allen shot the ball, you knew, though, and I'm sure that Doug Snyder knew the same thing, it's not likely you're going to shoot 71% field goal percentage in both halves. They eventually cooled off. Emmaus did a good job adjusting their defenses. But again, let's give credit to both of these teams. It's one of those games where it's a shame one of them had to walk away with a loss.